your answers for question 12, or sorry, module 12, question 13, that is correct. So I changed your grade to reflect that. This is also correct. The answer had said to put it in terms of pi, but you divided pi out. But that's totally fine. I took both answers, so that's correct. Nice work on that. For 15, you said you had answers of 1 and 0. 1 is correct. So you had the right process. Take the derivative, set it equal to 0, and then solve. We have to rearrange this equation a bit to solve it, because if we just looked at this directly and plugged in a 0, it would actually be undefined at 0. So at first glance, it looks like 0 should work, but it doesn't, because that point right there makes it undefined. So if you continue to solve by rearranging this, so what I did is I multiplied everything by square root of x. So I multiplied this by square root of x, I multiplied this one by square root of x, and I multiplied this by square root of x. And that's how I arrived at this equation. And then went ahead and solved it for x. So x equals 1 is correct on that, just not the 0. Okay, for question 20, it's asking you for the value of x that gives you your absolute maximum. So when looking at this graph, and that was between, we're only interested in the interval 1 to 9. So when x is 1 to 9. So the absolute max is just that largest value, but it's not the actual x value. And notice here, that's absolute max at 9, 0. Yeah, so that would actually be a minimum. You're looking for, on question 20, let me double check, but you're looking for an absolute maximum, and then that would be when x equals 1, because that's our largest value. For question 21, again, we're only interested in that interval -3 to 2. So we're considering this function on the interval -3 to 2, which those closed brackets there showing that it could include -3. And we are looking for the absolute maximum on that interval. And so if you see there, that absolute maximum, so that's -3 to 2. So that absolute maximum occurs right here at -3. So I see, so you were showing the, I was going to say absolute minimum, but it actually would not be the minimum, would be lower. But that absolute maximum is just the largest value that function can be equal to on that interval. And, okay, so then module 16, I believe that answer is correct. Just looking at it, I've seen it so many times. It's just a rounding issue, but I'm going to pull your module 16 up real quick just to be sure. Module 16, question 14. Yes, your answer is correct. They just, Canvas only took it to 2 decimal places, so you were good to go on that one. And question 15, let's see. Yep, again, question 15, just a rounding. 1.77 is the way they input the answer. 1.76 is also correct. So those are good. Okay, let me know if you have any other questions.